You date your colleague's wife? Of course you wouldn't. Now, why would you do such a thing? Why? Come on now. We expect you not to. If you are, we are judging you. Tena strongly. Now, what about would you date your late colleague's wife? Imagine you had a colleague and then by bad luck, or as life would have it, he passes on. He leaves behind a widow. Would you date the wife? I know when you listen to it, it sounds, but when you read Fragile Design, the author has a way of presenting that story in such a way it actually makes sense. So in short, I'm telling you that in this book, Fragile Design by Colleen Coble, in this book, we have the male lead actually getting, at the very end of the book, he gets to marry his late colleague's wife. And if you're wondering, oh, who will read such a book? I'm telling you, it actually makes sense why he did. You need to read this book so that you can find out for yourself. And it is a mystery novel, very worth of your reading. If you're wondering how to get it, check out the link in description and it will take you to the place where I will get you a soft copy version of this book at a very, 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 very affordable price. So, what if things get especially interesting because before your colleague passed on, he had told you very negative things about his wife, the one that you're now dating. He had said all negative things. You even felt sorry for him. You're like, hey, gosh, poor man, he's suffering. You even had resentment towards his wife that you'd never met until you meet the wife, and then you realize, by the way, it is always good to get two sides of the story. Here part A story, here part B story, because after meeting the wife you realize, poor lady, her reputation had gone down the drain for no reason. And you're not the only one who had heard about it. Several other people had heard about it. So you can only imagine what it feels like when you are beginning to develop feelings for such a wife that you had stories about. But the more you get to know her, the more you realize she's not that bad. So the name of this male lead is Lucas, and he is a police personnel. And so the name Eric. Eric is the name of his late colleague. So Eric dies in a very mysterious manner, and now his wife, so Eric's wife, reaches out to Lucas so that Lucas can help her try to solve the case, because now she's scared. Because look, Eric's wife, what was her name? Is it Katie? The book is not here and I'm using my phone so I can't access it. So the wife gave birth, and then 3 months later after giving birth, she realizes that Eric was actually murdered. He didn't die a natural death. So she approaches Lucas, because Lucas was the partner to Eric, so that he can help her discover what was happening. So as they're continuing with the investigation, Lucas is actually realizing, Kumbe, this wife is not that bad. But that is not the only thing he realizes. He realizes that things are getting very, 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 very dangerous, both for himself and for the wife and for the young child. And then the twist that comes up, the more they investigate, the more they get very shocking revelation about things that they could have never thought about. Lucas is shocked. Eric's wife, Eric is he's the late husband. He's the one who was died. I've forgotten the name of the wife, so that's why I keep saying Eric's wife. But Eric dies. So now when I say Eric's wife, I mean Eric, the late husband, evil. So they realize very shocking details, and the more details come up, the more you actually feel sorry for Eric's wife, because this poor woman, not only is her life in danger, she has to deal with very serious betrayal coming from the most unsuspected avenues and angles. Even you as a reader, you actually get to feel for her, and you actually get to realize that it is those who are closest to you who actually shock you the most, who actually hurt you the most, who actually betray you the most. And also sometimes the people that have been portrayed to be bad may not be that bad. So it's always good to have both sides of the story. So the book revolves around Lucas and Eric's wife as they investigate about the scenarios that led to Eric's demise or murder. So as you get to know all those juicy details, you really get to feel sorry for Eric's wife. So is this book worth the hype? Yes, yes, yes. This book is juicy. This book is interesting, especially the plot twist, especially the villains in quotes that come up. You will be shocked and you'll be amazed. And if you love Christian novels, imagine this is a Christian novel. And what I love about it, it is a Christian novel that, according to me, is not too preachy. I don't have anything against preachy novels, but as I said in another video, I prefer, if I want to be preached, if I want to listen to a sermon, I prefer to listen to a sermon. I do find that there are some Christian novels that are too preachy. They focus more on the sermon and then they give less of the story. But this book, it's a good Christian novel. You get the story, you get the plot twist, you get all that juicy, entertaining, yet at the same time, it's very safe. Even if you're not a Christian, even if you're a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever, you can read this novel because it's a good novel. It's a good mystery novel. The plot is there, the storyline is there, the characters are giving what the characters should be giving, the plot is doing what the plot should be doing, the mystery is mysterizing, everything is amazing. It is hooking you, it is keeping you on your feet, like, what will happen next, what comes next. It is all those things. Yeah, and then good thing, it is also a closed door novel. It is also a clean novel, so you can even gift this novel to a teenager, maybe 16, 17, 18, and you won't have to be scared, like, oh my god, will they read weird content? No, it is a very clean read. It has romance in it, but the romance in it is not quote unquote that. It's a safe read, it's a clean read, and the storyline is there, the plot, it is interesting. You won't get bored. And if again, how can you get this novel? Check out the link in the description, a soft copy version at a very, very affordable price, and you will enjoy every minute of each word of each second. All I have to say is happy reading.